Good morning. Welcome to Philly Fifi. So please forgive my mess. I do need to clean up around here, weeds and stuff like that. So I'm showing you my passion fruit. And yes, it does yield passion flowers. There's a passion flower plant, and this is the passion fruit vine because my intention is to grow fruit. So I'm showing you these roots. I'm showing you this plant because this, in my mind, is a very aggressive, it's a fast growing plant, it's a very aggressive plant, and I don't mean that in a negative way. This plant just gets what it needs and goes, right? So look at this root system, and I buried this. It always just jumps out of the pot or jumps out of the ground and it goes. It just friggin' goes. So I'm going to show you how it just climbs. This was a pole in my backyard that initially was intended for um, a clothing line, like a clothesline to hang clothes and stuff like that. So it is climbing up this. So what I did was took this clothing line and just put a piece of string here, and you see the other clothing line. Sorry, that's my neighbor's got stuff on the side. Um, this has been in the ground maybe a week. This has been in a pot since May. I started out from seed. It did not take this long to grow. It was ready to get out of that pot and it started coming out of the pot. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get a place to put it because it wanted to be out of the pot. And I wanted to show you these tendrils here. Hold on. There they go. They are so tight. You see how tight they are? Like they want to grab and go. Like they are so tight and they just grab. They just grab and pull. Look how tight those tendrils are. Now, I am no botanist. I am no horticulturalist. I don't have a degree. I do have, uh, I did go to school for this, but I don't have a botany degree. I went to an agroecology uh, course, but I'm just telling you from observation. And I always say that in my videos that the number one skill in gardening is observation. So this is me strictly, so for all the people who are going to comment and say, I don't know what I'm talking about, this is me just strictly observation. The most aggressive plants have these tendrils that are super tight. My wisteria is like that. My wisteria will grab, and I mean, this thing will wrap around and choke and choke. And I have other plants that are like that. Kudzu will wrap and choke. So these are fast growers and they will get going and they will just go, which is amazing and great for me. Look at the leaf structure. I love it. It's so beautiful. So beautiful to me. Um, but the intention is for this to climb this and then it's going to go across and I'll be putting more strings because I have a few more plants. Now, what I wanted to explain about this plant is I'm not going to be putting any more plants than this one. This one, well, I might put one more vine. Let me just see how this does. I have seen this one plant, take down a chicken coop. I've seen one plant take down a fence structure. I've seen one plant take down a greenhouse. These plants will grow and grow and grow, and the leaves will just cover an entire building structure. So be careful where you plant these, be careful how you plant these, and observation is MUST. You have to, unless you're going to have an open space where you can just allow these to just do what they want and then monitor them like that. If you're going to put these on a structure, like someone was like, oh, why don't you just put them on your house and let them, no, 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 no. This thing is like, I am going to go where I want to go, and you are not going to stop me. So just know that about this. That's why I love this plant. It's a beautiful plant, and when the flower comes, I can't wait to be able to show you. Of course, it's not at that point now, but this thing within, I'm talking a week's time, was like, I'm out of here. Like, you let me out of this pot? What? As soon as I dropped this thing, I gave it, because this is a pole and it's metal, I put the string so it would have something to grab onto and climb. Um, And I'm trying to look to see if it was able. So it's true. It left the pole. So this is me observing. It this is too slippery, so I'm glad I did put the string because it didn't grab anything around the pole. Everywhere I see it grabbing is the string. So if I had just left it on the pole, it wouldn't have been able to grab. And this is one piece, one vine there. So everywhere that I see it grabbing, and I did also put these heavy duty, what do they call these things? Lord, come on now. Zip ties. And you see how loose it is because I needed to have space to move. And it didn't grab the zip tie. It went right around and found the string. So the string was the move. This is the first time I've done it, but obviously the string was the move because it likes the string. So that's where the tendrils will be. But by the time it gets itself set up and established on this string, I'm going to add some more. And what I'm going to do is add some reinforcement and maybe add a little bit of wire because this thing gets so crazy, and it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. But I just wanted to give you guys a little insight to how tightly wound up they are, and to my personal opinion on how aggressively these things grow. And people think aggressive sometimes is a bad word, but I think it's a great word because in nature sometimes, it's survival. And this thing is a little skinny little vine, and it's got to get where it's got to get, find some sun. And how's it going to do that in the middle of, dense brush, if it's stuck somewhere? But this thing is not going to die. Look at that. It's all beat up because it was in that pot. And I can't remember the name of this orange beetle that I get sometimes that was beating it up pretty bad. But look at, it's going from that being stuck in a pot from May to November. And then boom, 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 beat up, beat up, beat up to, oh, yes, fresh and clean and amazing. And, continuing. So there you go with this passion fruit, and look at, they're ready to climb some more and already setting out tendrils to make it to the top in a week's time. So to me, that's pretty amazing for this plant. I do have 3 more. So again, I'm going to see how this guy does going across. And if it looks like it's going to be fine with one vine, I'll just let this be the one vine. And perhaps I'll put the other 2, in a different line, but just keep it maintained right here because, whew, I have seen this thing in action and wow. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I have no intentions of putting this on a fence structure that is, you know, uh, anything that, I don't want to risk because it will go for it. So there you go. This is a passion fruit plant, and I will be sharing much more information, but this is like a beginning. So there you go. Passion fruit. Talk to you later. Bye.